Hello and welcome to Haddonfield. In today's video, this is episode 1 of our nickel hunt and album fill. And what a better way to start us off than 3 boxes of nickels. I'm going to go ahead and get cracking these rolls open. I'm going to bring you guys back in every 10 rolls since we have so many, or I'll bring you guys back in sooner if we have a find in between time. But for now, let's go ahead and get into the hunt. Hopefully I will see you guys sooner rather than later. Well, we just finished with the first 10 rolls and not much to find. We only have a 1955 from Denver. Too bad it wasn't the Philly, which is a semi-key date. And we do have a few from the 60s. We have 2 from 60, 1 Denver, 1 Philly, and a 1962 Denver, which will also go into the album. I'm going to get right back to the hunt and see if we can find something to put on the board. We are on roll 13 of the first box, and I'm bringing you guys back in because I was going to put that up on the board for the album, but right behind it, we have a Buffalo nickel. Let's see if we can get a date on that. Not much from what I can see. I'll try to put that under the scope later and see if I can get a date on it. Just wanted to show you guys that, but I'm going to get right back to the hunt. Well, we just finished with roll 20 of box 1 of the hunt. Not too much to find. We did find a 1946 from Philadelphia and a 1956 from Philadelphia as well. So far, the best find we have is that Buffalo. I did scope it. I could not get a date out of it. And there is a thing that you can use called nick a date, and you will drop a little bit on there, dip it in water, and then you'd be able to read the date. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to ruin the coin's integrity. But what we are going to do is get right back to the hunt, and hopefully I will see you guys before the end of roll number 30. Well, we just finished with roll 30 of box 1 of the hunt. Got a couple more coins on the board, including a 1939. Sadly, it's a Philadelphia, not a Denver or San Francisco, which would be like a key date. Key dates are the coins from the year in mint where there's not that very many of them minted. But adding to the board, we did get a 1947. We were able to get a 1953. And a 1957, all from Philadelphia. I did upgrade a 1960 for the album. Found one that was in really good condition. While I got you here, we also have 1 Canadian so far. That's it. I'm going to get right back to the hunt, and hopefully we can find something before the end of roll number 40. We are on roll 32 of box 1, and I'm bringing you guys back in because just as I laid these all out, I could see a Buffalo nickel staring at me right there. So we're going to go ahead and pull this one out. This one does not have a date, again, just like the last one. And I'm not seeing a mint mark either. We'll go ahead and put this one up here with the other Buffalo that we found and get right back to the hunt. We just finished with roll number 40. Last 10 rolls of box 1. We didn't put anything on the board except the 1 Buffalo that we did find. So I'm going to get right back to the hunt. Hopefully we'll see you guys before the end of the box. We're on roll 49 of the box, and I'm bringing you guys back in because I just found a 1955. But this time, it is from Philadelphia, which is a semi-key date. Extremely happy to have it. We'll go ahead and put that up there with the 1955 from Denver. Get right back to the hunt, and hopefully I'll see you guys real soon. Well, we did finish with box 1. We are on box 2 of the hunt. Overall, not a bad box. We did get quite a bit of finds, including a 1939 up there, which is the second year for the Jefferson nickel. 1940s all the way through. Not bad. Did get some nice ones from 1960s that we can add into the album, along with our 2 Buffaloes. Dateless, but very happy to have them. I'm going to go ahead and get opening box number 2 and get cracking at the rolls, and hopefully I'll see you guys before the end of roll number 10. Well, I'm on roll 8 of box 2. Not quite through the 10 rolls, but I am bringing you guys back in because just as I was ripping the ends off of this roll, we have a War Nickel Ender. And from what I can see right now, it looks like a 1943. I won't know the mint mark until I pull it out and check the reverse. So I'm going to go ahead and finish opening this roll, and I'll bring you guys back in when I have the War Nickel out. Well, we got the roll open, and as you can see, there's the War Nickel. And that is a 1943 from San Francisco. Extremely happy to have that. Now, those of you that don't know, a War Nickel was from 1942 to 1945. and it is 35% silver. They used the rest of the metal during the war. The transition year was 1942, so you can still find a common normal 1942 non-silver. The cool thing about these coins is the best way you can tell, besides the color of the rim, is the big mint mark on the back above the Monticello building. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get back to the hunt and see what else we can find. On the very next roll, roll 9 of box 2, I just laid them out, and right there, as you can see, we have ourselves another war nickel. This time, this one is a Philadelphia mint mark. Let's see what year. A 1943 from Philadelphia. Extremely happy to have that. Normally, when I have the coins out of their roll, I can tell, and I must have missed the edge on that one. But very happy to have it. We'll put it up there and get right back to the hunt. Well, we just finished roll 10 of box 2. Overall, great box so far. The 2 war nickels are great. Everything for the 60s that'll fit in the album, we do have fulfilled. It's really hard to see the detail because of shine, but they look pretty good. I think we were able to add a 1956, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, we're going to keep on pushing through, see what else we can find. Hopefully this box continues to heat up. Well, we just finished with roll 20 of box number 2, and we were able to add a few more to the board. A couple in the 50s, and I believe a 41. No Buffaloes, no Silver War nickels, no V nickels, and no more Canadians or any other foreigns. But I am going to go ahead and get right back to the hunt, and I'll bring you guys back in on the next find. Well, we just finished with roll 30. We were able to add just a few more, as you guys can see. The board is getting filled up quite a bit, including from that 1948 from Philadelphia. So far, I am enjoying the hunt very much. Like I said, we were able to add just a few more that we can put into our album. I'm also checking for some upgraders while I do this, just to see if there's anything that we can upgrade on the board before we put it into the album. But I'm going to go ahead and get right back to the hunt, and hopefully I'll see you guys before the end of roll number 40. Just finished with roll 40. We did have 3 that we were able to add to the board. 1959, first one finally. We were also able to add a 1954 from Denver and 1941 as well. That's been it out of the last 10 rolls. I'm going to go ahead and knock this box out. I would like to see you guys back before the last roll, but the way this box has been, I highly doubt it, but you never know. So I'm going to go ahead and get opening these last 10 rolls, and I will see you guys soon. Well, we just finished with box number 2 of the hunt. We were able to get 3 more finds, a 1946, a 1958, and a 1959, all from Philadelphia. That's going to go right into the coin album. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and bring up box number 3. And I'll get cracking at that. And I'll bring you guys back when we have a next find. Well, we just finished with the first 10 rolls of box 3. We were able to snag up 3 Canadians and a 1948 from Denver. And that's been it. I'm going to go ahead and get right back to hunting these rolls. And I'm hoping I'll see you guys before the end of roll number 20. Well, we just finished with roll 20 of box 3 and only 1 find to add to the board, and that was a 1957 from Philadelphia. That's been it so far, but we're going to go ahead and keep on hunting. Hopefully, I'll see you guys before the end of roll 30 with an amazing find. Well, we just finished with roll 30, and we did get some finds. We got a 1940 from San Francisco. I also got a nice 1958 that I could add up there, and we also got this. It is a Republic de Chile 10 pesos from year 2000. Happy to have that. We'll add that up there with our Canadian coins. I'm going to go ahead and get right back to the hunt, and hopefully I'll see you guys here soon. Well, we finished with roll 40, and we had no finds, no additions, no upgrades. So I'm going to get right back to the hunt here, and we're going to go ahead and finish out this box, and hopefully we can finish out strong. Well, we just finished with the last box of this nickel hunt series. We were able to put 1 more on the board, and it was a 1951 from San Francisco. Overall, this has been an amazing hunt. We were able to get 2 Buffaloes, 2 war nickels, quite a few foreigns, a lot of spots filled up in the album, I'm sure. But one thing I did not show is while I was going through these 3 boxes, I also got 16 pennies inside the rolls. What I am going to do now is I'm going to bring in the album. I'm going to go ahead and plug in the coins, see how many spots we have filled versus how many we have left, and I'll bring you guys back in with a final recap. Well, I just completed putting all the coins into the album. After a close examination, I do notice that I did have a 1938, which is the first year of the Jefferson Nickels. I thought it was a 1958, but after putting it under the scope, I can see that that was a 3 and not a 5. Extremely happy to have that. We did get some good finds overall, including like that 1951 San Francisco semi-key date. Extremely happy to have it. Overall, 37 out of 69 spots filled in the first hunt series is outstanding. I'm extremely happy. I hope you guys liked the content, and if you did, feel free to subscribe. I'll be putting more content like this in the future, but until next time, happy hunting.